The New York Giants just got bizarre news after that tough loss to the Packers. Let's talk about it. My name is Paul. This is Big Apple Sports. If this is your first time watching the show, thank you very much. Please do me a solid, like and subscribe, and then comment below. Give me your thoughts on the game this week, both good and bad. Something you'll get to know about me the more you watch is I try to be optimistic. They're 2-9. I'm aware. I know there are some bad things, but there's also a lot of very good things going on this football team. And I'm not going to just sit here and hate football because it's the greatest sport on earth. We are down to 6 games left of it, and I'm going to enjoy it. So if that's what you want to hear, then just like and subscribe. But let's get into this weird news that happened after the game. So if you I honestly didn't even catch it as the game was going on. Not sure if any of you did, but Abdul Carter was benched for the first series, and Kafka acknowledged after the game that there was some sort of midweek incident that led to the benching. So, not the news I expected to see after the game, but I do kind of like it from Kafka. There was a lot of talk about how Dable didn't really hold a lot of players accountable, and I think sometimes that shows up on Sunday, and that's how you get players like Evan Neal who never live up to their potential. It's the head coach's job, even if it's tough sometimes, even if you're making an enemy of yourself for a minute. It's the head coach's job to hold people responsible. So I like Kafka coming in, laying down the law, keeping it in-house too. I don't think any of us are ever going to know what happened. He just said it was a mistake. He got his consequence. Moving on. We're keeping it in-house. And I like that. They need, every good organization needs accountability coming from up top. And I like it. So getting a little bit more into the game, another just Shane Bowen collapse on defense. His days are very clearly numbered in New York. It's hard to fire both your head coach and one of your coordinators mid-season, so I'm not super optimistic that he's going to end up getting fired. Although, let me pull it up here at the bottom of this article. It was mentioned by, I went too far, Kafka, that he was going to evaluate everything when asked about possible changes to the play caller. He said, I'm going to evaluate everything. So who knows? Maybe they will make a move. If not, it's definitely going to happen at the end of this season. But I think overall, some people are going to call me crazy, tell me that this organization's a dumpster fire. But I refuse to believe that. I'm getting older, but I'm not that old. And I have very clear memories of the Giants winning 2 Super Bowls. There are still a lot of organizations who haven't even made it to a Super Bowl. Some that really haven't even sniffed a Super Bowl and would give a kidney to be a fan of a team that's had the success of the Giants. And yes, things have been bad for the last 5 to 10 years, but I really think things are trending in the right direction right now. You look at their schedule this year. Let me pull it up here for you. There are not a lot of 2-9 teams who are playing as competitively as the Giants are. This Cowboys game here, they had a 90% chance to win late in the fourth. This Broncos game, they had a 95%, maybe even 98% chance to win late in the fourth. This Bears game, they had a 95% chance to win late in the fourth. And it's been gut-wrenching as a Giants fan to lose all of these. But there's a lot of these other 2-3 win teams are out here getting run off the field every single week, and you don't see any semblance of a good team out there. And the Giants, obviously they have a lot of work to do in closing games. I think Shane Bowen being gone will help a lot of it. It felt like all 3 of those games were defensive collapses. But even beyond those 3, Green Bay, the Giants were winning in the fourth quarter. New Orleans, there was a point in the game they had a 75% chance to win, had some crazy turnovers, and it got away from them. But like this team's 4 or 5 plays away from being 6-4 right now, or 6-5, maybe even 7-4, instead of 2-9. Like they are that close in a lot of these games. And I don't know if you've looked at this schedule. It is the hardest schedule in the NFL, and it's not getting any easier. But I mean, between Kansas City, LA, Philly twice, Denver, San Francisco, the Bears, the Packers, like those are all teams who have, like, at a minimum playoff aspirations. A lot of these are teams that really think they could. I mean, 3 of these games were teams that were in the Super Bowl last year. Broncos definitely see themselves as a Super Bowl team. 49ers, Packers, Bears, like this is a gauntlet of a schedule, and they are playing with the best of them right now. And it's hard in this moment to keep losing these games at the last second. It's frustrating. I've added a lot of gray hairs to my head this year. But next year, they're going to have a new coach. They're going to have a new defensive coordinator. Jackson Dart is going to be back and healthy. Cam Scadaboo is going to be back and healthy. Malik Neighbors is going to be back and healthy. And like they're playing all these games, like they're getting close to winning all these games while missing a lot of pieces. And of course, injuries will happen next year. They always do, especially when you refuse to fix your turf. Don't even get me started on that. But I don't think it's wild to think that the Giants of next year could very easily be like the Bears of this year, where they get a better coach in, their quarterback develops a little more, they've plugged a couple of their weak spots in the offseason, and next thing you know, they're going from the worst team in their division to pulling out these close games. And I think, what are they, 7-3 right now? I think the Giants are completely capable of that kind of turnaround. Like, new coaches can do that, especially when the talent is there. And like, are there holes on the team? Yes, of course there are some holes. They're going to need to address them in the offseason. They're going to have some high picks to bring in more blue chip talent. But there are not a lot of teams with as much blue chip young talent as the Giants. Between Jackson Dart, Malik Neighbors, Cam Scadaboo, Andrew Thomas when he's healthy, Abdul Carter, Brian Burns, like those are all like the most important positions on the football field. And the Giants have blue chip players who are like either in their prime or young and haven't even gotten to their prime yet, ready to play. So I know things are down. They say, what is it? The night is darkest just before the dawn. I think we're there right now, might continue to be there the rest of the season, but I'm still optimistic. I still think this is going to be a team that competes next year. Maybe not playoffs quite yet, but there's no reason this team can't be a 500 team next year or better. The talent is there. They just got to get better at pulling some of these games out. But you guys, let me know what you think on all that, especially the bizarre Abdul Carter news. And then don't forget, just like and subscribe on the way out.